Hello students, now we will go to the second session of quantum model. In the first session we spoke about the subshells. L equal to, it can have values like 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now the thing is, when you were in class 9, you were told that shell 1 is called K, shell 2 is called L, shell 3 is called M and so on. So in subshell, 0 is called S, 1 is called P, 2 is called D and 3 is called F. Now suppose you want to write down the electronic configuration of hydrogen. So like I said earlier, we'll draw one square box and you put one arrow like this, so you know that basically electron spin is either plus half or minus half. So conventionally upward arrow is plus half and downward arrow is minus half. Now hydrogen atomic number is 1, so in the shell number 1, in the subshell L equal to 0, that means S, right? And you know that there is only one subshell, so the subshell and subshell both are the same. So basically it will be 1s and there is one electron, so the electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1s1. So recall that in class 9 when you were asked electronic configuration of hydrogen, you used to just say 1. Now suppose you are talking about helium. Now helium, you know that atomic number is 2, so the shell number will be 1, and for shell number 1 the subshell number will be 0, so that means S, and there will be 2 electrons. Now the 2 electrons will be like this, one will be plus half and one will be minus half. Now why is it that if one electron is plus half, the other electron has to be minus half? Why can't it be that both are plus half? Why can't it be that both are minus half? What is wrong with that? Actually, there was a scientist called Pauli. He gave a principle that is known as Pauli's principle. According to this principle, no two electrons have identical 4 quantum numbers. In the previous video, I told you there are 4 parameters to locate an electron: shell, subshell, subshell and spin. So these are called quantum numbers. So you cannot ever have 2 electrons having the same value of N, same value of L, same value of M and same value of S. All the 4 same value is not possible for 2 electrons. At least one value has to be different. So if in helium one is plus half, one is one minus half, that automatically means that the 2 electrons have the same value of N, same value of L, and subshell is also same, subshell is also same, but the spin is not the same. So it is because of Pauli's principle. Now you know that in the you have got 2 electrons, one plus half, one minus half, so you cannot put a third electron over here. It's not possible, because if you put a third electron, it will have to be plus or minus half, so it will violate Pauli's principle. So the first shell is over. Now let's go to lithium. Lithium has atomic number of 3, so 1s2, there will be 2 electrons. Now you have to go to the second shell, because first shell is over. In the second shell, as you know, when shell number is 2, the subshell number can be 0, it can be 1. 0 means S, so that means we will have a subshell 2s, and when subshell is 2l, the subshell is the same as the subshell, so this is the one, and you will put one electron here. So by default we always put up arrow when there is one electron. So 1s2, 2s1 is the configuration of lithium. Now let us try beryllium. Now beryllium atomic number is 4, so 1s2, 2s2. So one up arrow, one down arrow. Again in 2s, one up arrow, one down arrow. So this is for beryllium. Now you know that in 2s you cannot put any more electrons, because if you put a third electron inside 2s, then it will have to be either plus half or minus half, so it will violate Pauli's principle. So 2s is over. Now in boron the atomic number is 5. Now the thing is, you have completed the subshell 2s, but in the second shell the next subshell will be L equal to 1, means P. So for boron you have to start 2p. Now you have to understand one thing, that when subshell number is 1, that time there are 3 subshells. minus 1, 0 and 1. There are total 3 sub-shells. So that means there will be 3 square boxes, 1, 2, 3. And your atomic number of boron is 1, so you have to put one up arrow, so it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Next, carbon atomic number is 6, so 1s2, 2s2. Now in case of carbon, when you put the 6th electron, you can put it either over here, that is in the next empty orbital, this one, or you can just put it over here along with the first electron in 2p, but you will have to put it over here. Why? Because there was another scientist, his name was Hund. He gave a rule called Hund's rule. According to Hund's rule, electron pairing takes place only after all sub-shells are half filled. So according to Hund, what he said was that you cannot have electron pairing. Electron pairing means this electron is alone, it cannot have another one with itself as a pair until and unless every sub-shell, means this is one sub-shell, this is one sub-shell, this is one sub-shell, unless every sub-shell in that sub-shell is singly filled or half filled. Until that happens, you cannot start pairing electrons in any sub-shell. So the 6th electron of carbon will come here. And I think nitrogen is easy. You must have realized by now nitrogen atomic number is 7. So nitrogen will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So the 7th electron of nitrogen will come here.